Hi there, I'm Jaxon Martarano, and welcome to my portfolio. I'm a developer passionate about game design, interactive experiences, and storytelling. Today, I'd like to take you through two of my projects that demonstrate my growth as a developer: Save the Seasons and Cardcasters. But first, let's talk a little bit about myself. I'm a game developer who lives in Meridian, Idaho, and I am currently studying at Boise State University, where I'm pursuing a degree in game design and interactive media, also known as the GIM program. It has been an incredible journey so far, learning to balance creativity and technical skills. I've had the opportunity to work on various game development projects, but today I'm excited to show you the ones that really highlight my expertise and passion. First up, we have Save the Seasons, a 2D platformer game made in Unity. This project is my first major game development experience, as it was the first game I had ever made, and it really helped me refine my skills in both programming, game mechanics, and game design. In Save the Seasons, the player controls the main character, who is on a mission to save the floating Isle of Seasons. The island is under attack from an evil storm destroying the sun. The player must collect all of the sun pieces to restore peace in the Isle of Seasons, and make all of the creatures who live on this island good once again. For this project, I created two levels, which consist of spring and summer. In the spring level, the player must make their way across this land filled with flowers, floating clouds, and cherry blossoms, while destroying evil bees and flowers along the way. The player has a magic sword named the SS, also known as the Season Sword, which can defeat any enemy in one swing. The player will find certain power-ups in each level. For the spring level specifically, the player will come across the Super Jump power-up, which allows the player to jump over tall obstacles. Depending on how many enemies the player kills by the end of each level, they will get a star rating from 1 through 3. This creates replayability, as most players would like to try and go back to get the highest score possible. In the summer level, the player must make their way across and through tall oak trees, campsites, and beaches, while destroying evil mosquitoes and squirrels, and making sure to avoid large bears. Unique to this level, the player will come across flying power-ups, which will allow the player to make it across massive gaps. I worked all alone on this project, so all of the background art, sprite work, programming, and level design were all done by me. All of the artwork was created using either Photoshop or Adobe Animate, while the scripts were written in C# on Visual Studio. One of the highlights of this project was developing the player movement script. It allowed me to incorporate various mechanics like walking, jumping, dashing, and sword attacks. For example, here's how I handle dash movement and how it interacts with collision detection. The script ensures smooth gameplay while maintaining solid control over all of the characters' interactions. I also created the player attack system, where the players can kill enemies with their sword. The player has an invisible field in front of them at all times, and when the player presses E and an enemy is within that field, it kills that enemy and adds points to the player's score. Next up is Cardcasters, a 2D platformer and augmented reality game made with Unity and Vuforia. In this project, players help a wizard retrieve his stolen hat by scanning magic spell cards that grant the player special abilities or spawn platforms. In total, there are 6 different cards. 3 of these cards are ability cards, which consist of the Fireball spell, Shield spell, and Magic Sword spell. The other 3 cards are platform cards, which consist of the Large Platform spell, Medium Platform spell, and Small Platform spell. The game consists of 2 levels, the outside courtyard and inside the Goblin Castle. At the beginning of each level, the player is asked to choose 2 random cards, one of the ability cards and one of the platform cards. We did this because it allows for replayability and different levels of difficulty, as there are in total 9 variations that can be chosen from, and certain cards are more difficult than others. Once each card is scanned in, the ability card spell is hard-coded to E, allowing the player to hit E at any time to use the spell. However, the player has a limited amount of mana, so they can't just spam their ability non-stop. To use the platform spell, the player must scan the card every time they want to spawn a platform. Once scanned, the platform will spawn in front of the player, allowing the player to get over gaps. This game was created in 4 weeks and was worked on by 5 people. I was one of 3 developers, focusing the majority of my time working on our platform spawning script, spell casting system, and level design. The platform spawning script is driven by Vuforia's image target detection system. When the camera detects the target, it triggers platform spawning in front of the player. I chose to make the player scan their card every time because I believe that this adds a whole new level of interactivity and immersion. I also ensured that the player could move freely, tracking the player's position and allowing the platforms to spawn accordingly. To manage spells, I developed the spell casting script that handles mana usage, spell casting, and cooldowns. Each spell type requires different amounts of mana, and I made sure to give the player immediate feedback through UI updates. As a developer, I'm always looking to push the boundaries of what's possible. Whether it's exploring new gameplay mechanics or diving deeper into story driven experiences, I'm excited about the future of games and how they're going to change people's lives. I hope my projects showcase my passion for creating games that not only challenge players but also offer new ways to interact with digital media. Thank you for watching, and I hope to work with you very soon.